Hey, edit next week's content with me in Bodywork Media. So this is for March 9th through the 15th. All of your March content is already loaded into your calendars, but we'll just do next week's editing so you can follow along and make changes as we go. Your content might not be exactly the same, it might be similar, but most of it will be similar to this. Okay, so first of all, you want to make sure that you've got all of your pages over here, or we can start with just one. But by default, only one will be checked and showing in the calendar. So if you want to look at all of your pages, you want to make sure to have that blue check mark checked. So let's start with Facebook. All of the ones highlighted in orange are what is proposed. And you can just click to approve if you like them as is, or we can click into edit. So we can click into the caption and make any changes that we'd like. You can also click the magic wand and rewrite or generate new with AI for the caption. And what I'm actually going to do to customize this to my business, I have a Google Doc. I'm not sure it's going to, there we go, share this tab instead. So I have a Google Doc where I have hyper location hashtags with my town and all of it. It's very specific to reach local people and my scheduling link. So I just keep this in my Google Doc, and then I'm just going to come over here and highlight and copy and then go back over here, and I'm going to paste all of that right into here. So I've got my scheduling link, and you can shorten that link if you'd like. And then I've got all of my location-specific hashtags. And then there's some of the hashtags that were already in here about the time change. So that's all I'm going to change for the caption. Then we can click into edit for the image. And I'm going to change some of these colors to my business colors. So I'm just going to click into the different aspects of the image. And I think that's all I'm going to change for that. And then I'm going to come over to my uploads. And I already have several things uploaded. So I've got some pictures. I've got actual pictures of me if I wanted to change that picture out, make it more personal. I have my logo, so I'm going to add that. And you can resize it, move it around. You can just drag and drop it wherever you want to put it. And so I think I'll just keep it like that. And then we'll click use. And now we have a post that's very specific to my massage business. And we'll click save, view in calendar, and it will take us back here where we can approve it, and then it will be scheduled to post on Sunday. Then Mondays, we've got a muscle spotlight for the quads. So again, I'm going to add in my scheduling link and my own hashtags. And then any other information you wanted to add in, if you specifically work with runners or anything like that, you can add in your own info to really highlight your work. Then we can click into the image, and I will change this out to my color and add my logo. Not really a great area to put my logo. So you can resize it. Wherever you think it looks good. And then we'll click use. And that'll take us back to the main editor. And if we like everything that's set to, we'll click save, and that'll take us back to the calendar where we can click approve, and it will be scheduled to post on Monday. So once you approve a post, it's not highlighted in orange, and then you know it's all set to be posted. If you didn't want to post that and you accidentally approved it, you could click into it, click on more, and click delete. You could also click to edit and go back to approve, propose for approval, and save. And then it's back as proposed instead of scheduled. On Tuesdays, we have a blog post. So this is actually a link to a blog post, and it doesn't have an image with it. It will show a little preview of the blog post, or you can go in and grab your own image, create your own image within Bodywork Media, or if you use Canva and you have something in Canva, you can import a file from Canva. This is a newer feature, so you can easily grab your images in Canva and bring them over to Bodywork Media. Just know that you can't edit them within here. You can click in to edit it, but it's all one image. So to edit, you'll need to do that within your Canva. All of the images that I create and have proposed in your calendar are created and edited within Bodywork Media. There will be some reels that I create in Canva, and I'll give you those links where you can edit those in Canva. But all of the still images will be editable within Bodywork Media. So I'm going to leave that as that is. And then can go back to the calendar and we can approve, or we can come back to that later. Then Wednesday, we have some self-care tips for the quads. Again, I'm going to add just a quick paste of my scheduling link and my hashtags that are location specific. And then we could go in and edit the image. I'm going to change this to my color and add my logo. And keep it just like that. Click use, and that'll take us back here. Make sure there's nothing that we want to change in here. And then we'll go back to save, view in calendar, and we can approve it or edit it further if we want. Thursday. We'll just leave this as this question, or you could rewrite it with AI. Click into the image. And for this, if you wanted to change this image, you could go over to backgrounds and search different images. Some of them aren't quite fitting for what we're looking for, like your finger in a mousetrap. Maybe not. And there's the image that we are using. Or you could do massage. So you can search whatever images work well for you, or if you have some specific images, you can upload them to your own file on here and use those. So I'm just going to grab this bottom layer and delete that image. And then I've got this image without a background, so it's going to be kind of a floating image. I'm going to make it bigger so that I can kind of set it in here like this. So if you like specialize in cupping, that might be, more of a picture that you want to use. Now this is the top layer. So in order to get to that text underneath, we're going to click the layers button over here and move it to the bottom layer so that now the text is on the top and we can easily grab that. So we can move this so that it's easier to read, maybe change the color or move it to a different area. Might need to make some space so that it's easier to read on whatever background. So you can kind of play around with that however you would like, or we can delete that. And if you wanted to go back to the original image, you could click this back arrow and that will go back and undo the changes that we made. And we can just go back to the original image. And let's just add our logo. And then we'll click save and view in calendar, and then it's ready to be approved if you want to approve it. On Saturday, one thing too, you can drag and drop these to different places in the calendar. So the system will automatically have some time slots that are kind of optimized for when is best to schedule your posts. And so you can schedule them at whatever time you want, or move them to different times, or have them right in the suggested time. And most of the ones that I post in here will already be in the suggested time, but you can always move things around. You can also drag to different days. So those are just some things you can do. And then Saturday, we have a reel. Okay, so this is one that is not editable. If it were editable, there would be an area where I would have the link in Canva that you can access, but this one is not. The actual video isn't editable, but the caption is. So again, you can go and paste your information. And I'm just going to bring all the hashtags up to one area. And since it is a video, we can go ahead and click send as a reel on Facebook, but it will automatically post it as a video on Facebook. Click save and then view in calendar, and it's ready to be approved. So that's all of the Facebook posts. Then if I go over to my Instagram, and I'm going to uncheck Facebook so I can just focus on Instagram, and I can move these posts around to different days if I wanted to. And I may go in and add a couple of my own things to some of these empty spaces. So maybe I'll make a new one, go to create, and you have some things that you can have as a jumping off point, or just go and grab an image. Or you can go over to content, down to my ideas, and all of the content that is in your account is not only in your calendar, but listed in this area under my ideas. So you can go and grab any of these at any time. So let's say I'm getting a lot of cancellations right now. People are sick. So I do want to remind people to cancel if they are sick. And I'm going to post this on one of those days that was open in my calendar. And I'm just going to adjust this with my colors and my logo. Then we'll click use and add any other info you want in the caption. And since I created this one, it's not set to be proposed for approval. Since I'm creating it myself for my own account, you can publish now, or you can go in and schedule. And this was on next week's, I think on Sunday, that I wanted to schedule that for. You could pick the time here if you wanted to move this to a different time. Schedule post. Now we'll view in calendar, and there it is, set to schedule on Sunday. And say we wanted to move this to one of the proposed times, you could just drag and drop it right up into that block. And then the rest of the posts are similar to what we had in Facebook. So if you wanted to go through and edit them, or if you wanted to just approve them as is, you can just click approve. Or say you made some edits to this one in Facebook and you don't want to have to go through and make the same edits, but you do want those edits in your Instagram one. Go back over to the one you edited in Facebook and click into it. Instead of clicking on the edit, click into the actual post. Hover over more and click duplicate. And now you're going to highlight Instagram and unmark Facebook since it's already in Facebook. And this will duplicate the post in Instagram with the edits that we've already made. So there it is with the logo and our colors. And then here's the original one that was proposed. You can just leave that and it just won't post, or you can go in and delete it if you don't want it cluttering up your calendar. And then we've just got the one that we already made these changes to. So you don't have to go through and make those edits twice. You can just duplicate the first one that you did. And then you can go through and do the same thing with this one. Actually, that's not the one that I meant to grab. We'll go back to the calendar. So again, you can highlight which pages you want to see and drag and drop, edit as you'd like. And if you don't want to make any edits to the images, you can approve these from the app on your phone. You can edit the captions from your phone. You just can't edit the actual images. So if you want to make edits to the image, do that from the desktop, but you can approve posts and just edit the captions from the app on your phone, so you can do it on the go if you want. So that's it for next week. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything in particular you want to see. And I hope you're doing well. Talk to you later.